Good afternoon. My name is Daniel Villanueva, and I serve as the Assistant Vice President for Enrollment Management and the University Registrar here at the University of Houston downtown. On behalf of our University President, Dr. Juan Sanchez Munoz, our Provost, Ed Hugetts, and our Interim Vice President of Enrollment Management, Rebecca Eckstein, we welcome you to the University of Houston downtown and this live webinar that is a joint partnership between Enrollment Management and the College of Humanities and Social Sciences, one of my favorite colleges within the university here. I'd first like to thank the College of Humanities and Social Sciences for partnering with us to deliver this webinar to all of our prospective students in hopes that you get enough information to move you to register for the spring 2019 semester. Today you're going to hear a little bit from the College of Humanities and Social Sciences about their degree offerings, programs, their high impact practices, as well as scholarship opportunities. You'll also have an opportunity to hear from our students in admissions as well as our financial aid office. At the conclusion of the webinar, we will have a live panel that will address any questions that were coming in. If you'll notice at the bottom of this webinar, there is a Q&A tab. You can click on that tab anytime throughout the duration of this program. Submit questions and we'll answer those at the end of the webinar. For any questions we can't get through in the live webinar, we will address those personally and email you and get in contact with you at the end of the webinar. Again, on behalf of our campus administration, we're excited that you're considering the University of Houston downtown, and we look forward to you joining us because the University of Houston downtown is accessible, achievable, and affordable. At this time, I'd like to turn it over to my dear colleague, Crystal Guillory, who serves as the Assistant Dean within the College of Humanities and Social Sciences. Crystal?
Thank you, Daniel. Yes, my name is Crystal Guillory. I'm the Assistant Dean in the College of Humanities and Social Sciences, and I'm so happy that you've joined us today. We're going to go ahead and get started so you can learn about our programs and the opportunities that we have outside of the classroom as well. As you can see, for our overview, we're going to talk about the departments we have in our college and the majors that are housed within those departments. We're going to talk about the CHSS centers and, of course, our advising center within our college. That's going to be the most exciting part. Within the College of Humanities and Social Sciences, we have 4 departments: Arts and Communication, English, History, Humanities and Language, and Social Sciences. Within the Arts and Communication department, it houses 2 different degrees: Communications and Fine Arts. Within Communications, you can choose between 4 different concentrations. You can do a General Studies concentration, you can do Corporate, Health and Relational, or Media and Public Relations. The other degree offered in the college is also a degree of Fine Arts. This is a degree that is interdisciplinary studies, meaning that you're going to learn about music, drama. You're also going to take classes in accounting, arts marketing, and management so that you can be well-rounded when learning about not only how to perform or create art, but also how to manage that. In the English department, we have 2 different degrees housed there. The English degree, which has 4 concentrations, one in creative writing, in literature, in film studies and secondary education, and also a Bachelor's of Science in technical communication. Within the History, Humanities, and Language department, we have these degrees offered. We have History with concentrations in general and also secondary education. Also Humanities that offers 4 different concentrations, one in critical race studies that deals with social justice issues. Cultural studies is more of a general track, Latino studies, and religious studies. We also offer the Bachelor's of Arts in philosophy and Spanish as well. Our last department is Social Sciences. This department actually houses most of our degrees. We have Political Science, Health and Behavioral Sciences with 2 concentrations in Aging and Wellness, and Healthcare Navigation. This is a relatively new degree in our college, but it is booming. It is our 3rd largest. Psychology is our largest major. We also have Sociology, and we have 2 different types of degrees in social sciences, a Bachelor's of Arts and a Bachelor's of Science. This is another interdisciplinary degree to where you can study from sociology, psychology, sociology, political science, and health and behavioral sciences. Now that you learned about the programs that we have in our college, let's now talk about the opportunities outside of the classroom. We have a range of opportunities in our theater program, within our O'Kane Gallery for Art, and also we have several CHSS centers. As you can see here, O'Kane Gallery and Theater, Center for Critical Race Studies, the Center for Cultural Enrichment, the Center for Latino Studies, and the Center for Public Deliberation. Within the O'Kane Gallery and Theater, the first picture listed above shows our theater department. That was from Little Shop of Horrors. That was a wonderful production. And every year we have several productions that the theater puts on. We have a big production in the fall and a big production in the spring. We also have something called the one-act plays in the fall, to where it's students that take their directing class and they are able to direct a one-act and pick their own actors, do the stage setup, the lighting, you name it. They are in charge. Below there you can see Professor Floyd Newsom. He is in our O'Kane Gallery. This gallery has exhibitions from all across the world. We partnered with Sweden not too long ago on it was about prisoners, talking about the literature that they create within prison. We also have in the spring, our students present their work that they've created within their classes. That is definitely something that I look forward to. As you can see here, we're very student-centered and we want our students to be able to create and produce. We also have the Center for Critical Race Studies. This center is run by Dr. Vida Robertson, and it addresses social justice issues. The Center for Cultural Enrichment, run by Dr. Jane Creighton. This center brings in all types of writers and poets, spoken word artists, and this is one that has been our longest standing center in the college. The Center for Latino Studies is actually our newest center. This center is run by Dr. Bonnie Lucero, and it addresses issues affecting the Latino community. The Center for Public Deliberation is run by Dr. Wendy Lawrence, and this center addresses issues that can divide us. It is important for us to come together and learn how to discuss issues in a civil manner. And now that you have learned about the opportunities that we have outside of the classroom, now we're going to hear from our Director of Advising so that she can talk about what we have going on in our amazing Office of Advising.
Thank you, Dean Guillory. My name is Reina Romero. I'm the Director of Advising Services for the College of Humanities and Social Sciences, and I'm very, very happy to be with you today to tell you a little bit about our center. So let's go right to it. So our CHSS Advising Center is here to provide you with three major things: academic guidance, career readiness, but above all, graduating. We are a small but pretty powerful and the most active advising center here at UHD. One of the ways that we support our advising mission is through student outreach via events. Many, many, many targeted events. What you're seeing currently are flyers. Some of our most popular events, for example, our Third Thursday series is our college signature event that focuses on college initiatives, cross-departmental events, as well as open houses. This is one of our longest standing events, and it was brought on several years ago by our past dean, who wanted to make sure that our students were receiving all the information that we were at the college level. As another event that we started this past semester was the Student Success Series. These focus on career readiness as well as high impact practices, for example, career internships as well as study abroad opportunities. Now, the main reason that our advising center is so awesome and amazing is because of our CHSS advisors. But our advisors are only as great as the support that they are provided for by leadership, like, for example, from Assistant Dean Guillory, Associate Dean Writing, and our Dean, Dean Fulton. In CHSS, we're strong supporters of professional development and community engagement, and this includes our advisors. Here you see our advisors as part of a partnership with Northside High School. It's a great, great event for them. This community partnership allowed us to guide graduating seniors with UHD advisors. We provided them with college and career guidance, so it was an excellent event for us all. Advising at UHD is student-centered, meaning that we are here to provide students with success, and we are here for you. Advising will guide you in your academic, in your career, as well as in scholarship availability. And speaking of scholarships, I hand this back over to our Dean Guillory, where she can provide us additional information on our college scholarships opportunities.
Yes, in our college we offer countless scholarships. Many of them have to do with either the theater or art. We also have scholarships that are available to all of our majors in our college. We also have special pop-up scholarships, like our newest one for the winter scholarships, to where we offer $250 for any student that is a major in our college and is enrolled in a winter term course. As you can see here, they're broken up by college, by art, and drama. These are just some of the scholarships that we have listed, not all of them, but I encourage you to go visit our CHSS, our CHSS website and click on current students, that's on the left side, and then click on scholarships, and you'll see the breadth of scholarships we have offered. Each one of them pertains to, has criteria dealing with your GPA or how many student credit hours you have earned. And I wanted to mention GPA because the more you invest in your GPA, the more opportunities you have. The higher GPA, the higher scholarship opportunity. So please make sure to keep your GPA up. Now that you've heard about the scholarships that we have in our college and you've heard about the degree programs, our advising center, I think it's important that you hear from our students. Today we're joined with Beatrice Tapia. She's a corporate comm major. And we are also joined with Randy Torres, who is a simultaneous major. And Ms. Romero is going to talk about that a little more. But before we talk about Randy Torres, we're going to talk about Beatrice Tapia. How are you doing today?
I'm doing really great.
That's
really
awesome.
Happy to be here with everybody.
Thank you for joining us. Can you speak to those high impact practices that were talked about earlier about study abroad, your time with UHDI Radio?
Yes, I'll be more than happy to talk about that. I recently came to UHD 2 years ago, and I would say it wasn't until that study abroad trip that I actually started to get more involved with the school. You get really a sense of community and really see the values of what UHD is all about. I got to bond with everyone on the trip. You're there for 2 weeks, so it's honestly like your family away from home. And that was my first trip away from home without my family. So finding that friendship and bonding with everyone was really important for me. It was unforgettable. I had the time of my life, and it was amazing just to see everyone from, like you, Dean, to as well as the other deans that were on both of the study abroad trips, a chance to see them out of a professional setting. Yeah. So you get to see that they're actually human.
We are human. We're definitely human.
Yes. Yes. We played games, and that actually brought the human really fast.
Can you tell us the countries you visited, Beatrice?
Yes. So I went to Scotland, Edinburgh, Scotland, Liverpool, England, and as well as Ghana. So that was very fun to be a part of.
And which courses were attached to those trips?
Those communication and leadership and intercultural communication are the two courses that were involved in that.
And can you speak a little bit more about UHDI Radio?
Yes, UHDI Radio is a program run by students. So it gave me the opportunity to just actually interact with everyone so on a different level, and it gave me the freedom to do whatever I wanted. You know, thank you, Professor K, for allowing me to do that. I was able to create videos, make a post, and really make it my own, which is something that meant a lot to me, because you also get that trust that your professors, you know, really trust what you're doing and are gonna make sure that you are going to do the right thing on it.
Yeah, absolutely. I know, Ms. Romero, there's something that we have been talking about that we're very proud of you.
Yes.
So what is it that makes Beatrice so special?
Apart from being able to play games with our deans overseas, Beatrice, you're the commencement speaker for this graduating class, so congratulations. How do you feel about that? How was, you know, what did you feel when you were told or when you were selected? What does this mean to you? Yes. It's a class of 1,800, so no pressure, but you're going to have a lot of eyes on you. Usually about 20,000 people there.
Yeah, so no pressure.
No pressure, Beatrice.
No pressure at all.
It really kind of was the perfect close to my academic career, because going to university, you don't think you're going to have a moment to shine. And I feel like UHD gives you that moment to shine and to really put your best foot forward. And it wouldn't have been without the help of all of these study abroad trips, being involved in UHD, and being able to have that relationship with everyone on a more intimate level than what you think you usually experience at other major universities. So being the commencement speaker really means everything. You know, I actually, we had our moment in your office. I was like that, you know, I was actually pretty emotional about it, and because I just really want to make everyone proud, and just, it's going to be overwhelming, but it's going to be exciting. I'm going to make sure I have it together.
Okay, and I'm going to try to hold it together.
Right. That's congratulations again, and congratulations to your family. I know we all get here with a little support from everyone around us.
Took an army.
It always does. No one can do it alone.
No.
It always does. Thank you so much, Beatrice, for sharing. Randy, now you've been involved in quite a bit here at the university.
Yes.
And I can't get to everything because we only have 30 minutes. But what I do want to talk a little bit about is your double major. Now, you're a simultaneous major both in the humanities, critical race studies, as well as a history major. So what made you want to do a simultaneous major? What made you pair up those two areas?
Well, initially, I didn't start out wanting to be a double major. I was a history major coming in, and when I took an Introduction to Critical Race Studies class, with Dr. Vida Robertson, it really changed the way that I looked at the way that I want to research history, the way that I want to study history, what type of history I want to study, and the way that I want to write about it. It was just a really eye-opening experience. It provided a different perspective for me to look at all the things that I already knew I wanted to look at. I just had a chance to look at them in a different way.
That's great. Now, tied into this, you said you did some research and so forth. You did some research recently in New York, so can you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, I actually used some money that I won from one of the scholarships here at UHD to go on a kind of a self-funded research trip to New York City, where I went to the Schomburg Center, the Arturo Schomburg Center in Harlem. It was a really great experience. I was able to kind of immerse myself in primary sources, primary documents, and I think equally as important, immerse myself in the life and the culture of Harlem, and be able to see the real places, the real locations of all these events I only read about in books before. It was a very enriching experience.
Wow. You also recently presented at the student conference, the History, Humanities, and Language Student Conference. What did you present on, and what made you want to present as well?
I wanted to present because I felt like it was a good opportunity for me to get some practice, because hopefully in graduate school I'll be presenting much more. Yes. I presented on the Camp Logan riots, the 1917 Houston race riots, where some World War I soldiers got into an altercation with residents of Houston. Okay.
Wow, fantastic. The last question I have for you, I promise, and then I'll let you go, is about the Male Minority Initiative.
Yes.
So you're very involved with them, and was this through the CRS course that you took, or was it something that you fell into? How did you exactly become involved with that? Because you're highly involved with that initiative. And what is the initiative? So
the Minority Male Initiative, here at UHD we call it the Men of Legacy. We are an organization that targets specifically incoming Latino males and African American males, but not exclusively. And we're trying to build a sort of an academic fraternity, and we try to make sure that we have aggressive interventions, mentors, these types of things that make it a lot easier for incoming students to navigate what can sometimes be difficult or confusing new steps in college. I got involved with it through the Critical Race Studies course. When I got involved with it, I didn't really know what it was. It was something that I just felt compelled to do. I felt like I wanted to give back in some way to the UHD community that had been so instrumental in making me as successful as I can be.
Okay. Wow, that is great. I'm always amazed at our students. I am, Dean Guillory. I'm just always amazed at their experiences. So thank you both for joining us today. We truly appreciate that.
Thank you.
So how about it? Are you ready to become a future Gator? If you are, we're going to go ahead and move over to admissions, and they're going to tell you how you too can become one of our future Gators. Thank you.
It was a 5-week trip. Didn't you see all my posts on Instagram? We went to the volcanoes, we went zip lining, we did a lot of cool stuff. Yes, it was amazing. Okay. Well, I'll talk to you later. I'm by the elevators now. Bye.
Excuse me.
Yeah?
I wasn't trying to listen, but I overheard a conversation about Costa Rica. Did you say you got to go there as part of a school trip?
I went for 5 weeks actually with the Spanish program.
Can anybody go, or do you have to be selected?
No, anybody can go. You just have to find the program that's right for you.
Wow. I go to Lone Star right now.
Well, I went to Lone Star too. Are you thinking about transferring here?
Yeah, was it hard for you?
No, it was actually pretty easy. I was on the dean's list and I got a scholarship here, so it was an easy process for me. But if you'd like to speak to a counselor, I can take you right now.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. So what's your major?
Communication studies.
Oh, that's cool. Mine's fine arts.
Nice.
And here we are.
Thank you.
Hey guys, is there anybody that can help this student? He's thinking about transferring here.
Sure, what questions do you have?
Well, I'm currently at Lone Star, and I want to transfer here next semester.
Okay, so what you would need to do, I'm going to go ahead and give you our transfer guide. It pretty much tells you on the steps on how to apply. You will complete an application in Applied Texas, submit your $50 application fee, submit all official college transcripts. Was Lone Star the only institution you have attended?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the admissions criteria that you must meet to be considered a transfer student is 15 credit hours with a 2.0 GPA. Once we receive all that, we'll be able to make an admissions decision.
I have way more than that. I'm at around 45 hours, and I have more than a 3.0. Do I just send all that in and I can register for classes?
Well, not yet. So what we would do is evaluate your transcript to see what courses apply to your degree. And then from there, you would attend orientation, meet with your academic advisor, register for your courses, and then start with your classes.
Okay, that sounds simple enough.
Alrighty, well, I'm gonna go ahead and give you my business cards if you have any questions, okay?
All right, thank you very much.
You're welcome, you have a good day.
Did you get everything that you needed?
Looks like it.
Cool. Well, I'm gonna head back to lunch, but I hope to see you around next semester.
Yeah, for sure. I need to get back to that conference.
Oh, you can actually go through there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right,
Nice.
thanks a
Bye.
lot.
I hope you enjoyed getting a glimpse on how easy it is to become a Gator here at UHD. As you can see, the process is very simple, and we have a dedicated staff if you have any questions along the way. My personal UHD experience started when I attended an open house and I was sold on the small class sizes, and now I'm a communications major here at the university. I use the lessons I've learned here at UHD in not only my personal life, but my professional life as well, and they've been instrumental in my growth all around. UHD has been a great fit for me, and I know it can be a great fit for you too. I'll see you around campus.
And now that we've heard from the Office of Admissions, let's talk about how we get that degree paid for. We're going to see a presentation from the Financial Aid Office.
Hello, this is Aaron Smith from the University of Houston Downtown Financial Aid Office, and today I'm going to be talking to you about your financial aid for transfer students. Apply for your FAFSA, which is federal aid for students. You would list your school code of 003612. Keep in mind you must be admitted before we can get you awarded. And also, transient students are not eligible to receive any aid. Aid at multiple schools. So if you're going to transfer from another institution, keep in mind that you can only have federal aid at one institution at a time. So before you were to come over to University of Houston Downtown, you would have to make sure you cancel your aid at the other institution first. And if you don't do that step, it could delay your awards at the University of Houston Downtown. Verification. If you're selected for this, keep in mind that you're going to have to turn in your 2018-2019 institutional verification form, you and your parents' tax return transcripts and or W-2s and 1099s. And also, for students who did not file taxes, you're also going to turn in something called the IRS verification of non-filing letter. To check your status, you're going to go to myuhd.uhd.edu. You're going to click on My Financial Aid and Scholarships Information. Log in with your student ID and password. Click on the Financial Aid tab. Outstanding requirements will be located in the eligibility section. Deadlines. Keep in mind that for this upcoming fall semester, the payment deadline is August 18th. You want to make sure you keep this in mind because if you don't have your financial aid status and it doesn't pay out before that day, you could possibly be dropped from your classes. So make sure you contact the cashier's office for payment options. Thank you again for listening. This was Aaron Smith from the Financial Aid Office of University of Houston Downtown.
And now that you've heard about the programs in our college, the opportunities outside of the classroom, our advising center, our amazing students, the Office of Admissions and Financial Aid, I think we've packed it all in. I believe you have some questions now. Before we get started, I'd like to introduce our guest. We are joined with the Associate Director of the Office of Admissions, Mr. Spencer Lightsey. And we are also joined with the Financial Aid Counselor, Mr. David Landry. Miss Angela Coker will be that amazing voice in the background talking about those questions. Miss Coker?
Thank you. So now we'll be asking some questions pre-submitted from those registered, and we'll be hearing from our panel. And if your question is not answered at this moment, not to worry, you'll be receiving a follow-up email after this event addressing any of those questions. So our first question comes from Rebecca. This question is for the college. How do I apply for the CHSS scholarships that were mentioned?
Rebecca, that's a great question. You can visit our College of Humanities and Social Sciences website. On the left side, you'll see something that says current students. You click on that, and then you'll see scholarships. There are scholarships for majors in the college, or art scholarships, or drama scholarships. Each one of those scholarships has different criteria attached to it, as I said earlier. We have something that says apply for this scholarship, a link on there. You click on that link, you complete the application there, and it will be sent to me. If you have any questions at all, you can always email me because I'm the scholarship steward for our college. Great question, Rebecca.
Excellent. So our second question is for admissions. This question comes from Jose. The question is, do I need to submit transcripts from all of the colleges that I've attended?
The short answer to that, yes, you do need to submit all of the transcripts from each school you've attended, and a little of the reason why is that if you start at one school and then transfer to a second school, and from that second school you want to transfer to UHD, we can't just take the transcripts from that second school that's already applied the credit from the first school. We would need official transcripts from the first school, second school, any school that you've attended. We would need official transcripts sent directly to UHD. Thank you.
Hope that answers your question, Jose. So our third question is, this question is for the college, and this question comes from Julia. What kind of internship opportunities can I get before I graduate?
Great question, Julia. We have many internship opportunities available because we have such strong community partnerships. So don't worry, once you get to us, we're going to pair you up with the right internship that's going to fit your career goal. Thank you for asking, Julia.
Excellent. So our next question is from Diego. This question is for financial aid. How do I turn in financial aid documents requested?
Great question, Diego. The way that you would submit documents for financial aid purposes, we have a number of different ways. You can go through the email, you can go through mail, you can also submit them in person. If you come by our office to the main building, we're on the 3rd floor. And you can also drop them in our Dropbox if you don't have time to wait in line and you need to submit something to us so that we can get your financial aid process.
Great. So our next question deals with admissions. We know that several of our students are interested in joining in the spring semester. So this question is for admissions. And this question comes from Bryant. If I want to start at UHD in the spring, when do I need to apply?
Okay, Bryant, for coming into UHD in the spring, the deadline is December 15th. You have to go on applytexas.org, fill out your application there. You can submit documents up until January 1st, but in order to meet that application deadline, we have to have that application in by December 15th.
Our next question is for the college. This question is from Jessica, and she wants to know, what are some scholarships provided for study abroad, and what other countries have been visited for study abroad?
That is an excellent question, Jessica. Here at the University of Houston downtown, we have an Office of Study Abroad that supports students who want to do traditional study abroad that has to do with, say, you want to go to Costa Rica for an entire semester. They have scholarships attached to that. We also have scholarships for what we call the study abroads to where Beatrice was talking about. We travel for about 12 to 13 days. Those scholarships criteria is a 2.5 GPA, and you must have 15 UHD credit hours. Those scholarships vary, so it's anywhere between like 800 to 1,000. It depends on how much money is available. But if you do have a 2.5 GPA, a UHD GPA, and you have 15 UHD credit hours, you will receive a scholarship. Now, some of the countries that we've visited, Taiwan, China, Costa Rica, that particular trip is more, it's a trip that involves more weeks. I believe it's 5 weeks. You will live with a host family there and take a course at a university in Costa Rica. We've also been to Ghana. We've been to England, France. There's so many more study abroad opportunities that we actually have coming up. So if you're someone who's interested in traveling, I say go ahead and do it. Only 10% of undergraduate students in the nation actually do study abroad. And it looks really good on your resume because you stand apart from the others. Thank you for that question.
Thank you for that information. That's very helpful to know. So the next question we have is from Francis. This question is for the admissions office. I'm a community college student right now with some classes left to take. Can I be a student at both UHD and my current school?
Excellent question. We get that a lot. So let's say you apply for UHD for the spring, you're admitted. That doesn't prohibit you from continuing to take classes at a community college. So you can be at UHD in the spring, taking additional hours somewhere else. But like Jose's question earlier, we're still going to need an official transcript from that in the following semester when you've completed those additional courses. So we're always going to need that updated transcript. But yes, you can take classes elsewhere while still being enrolled at UHD.
Excellent. So our next question comes from Ernesto, and this question is for the college. What degrees can I complete online, and what courses are offered after 6 p.m.?
Hi, Ernesto. Thank you for the question. You can complete several of our degrees online. Health and behavioral services, the navigation track can be completed online, technical communication, corporate communication, as well as humanities. So while all of those can be completed online, we do offer several courses as well after in the evening, 6 p.m., but we also offer them in hybrid format as well as fully online. Thanks for that question. If you have any other questions, we can always email us and we'll tell you what areas you can always complete online.
Thank you for that question. So as we near the end, we have a few more questions before we conclude this Q&A portion. And our next question comes from Alex. This question is also for the college as well. Is there a maximum number of transfer credit hours UHD will accept for majors offered?
Hello, Alex. That's a tricky question, and thank you for asking that one. UHD will take all of your credits, but it's about which credits go towards which degree. So as long as you have 30 UHD credits, and 18 of those credits are upper level, then you will meet the residency requirements for UHD. So ideally, if you come in with 90 credits and you take 30 here, that meets that state requirement of 120. If you come in with 75, we'll take those 75. So like I said, it's a tricky question, but it depends on which degree plan you choose. Thank you.
Excellent. So our last question is for the financial aid. This question comes from Amanda. I'm a DACA student. Am I eligible for financial aid?
Hello, Amanda, and thank you for your question. You can receive financial aid as a DACA student. We have another form here in the state of Texas, and it's called the TASFA, Texas Application for State Financial Aid. Once you've completed that document and you've submitted it along with its supporting documents, we'll be able to process that and create a financial aid package for you. And once you've accepted it, it'll pay towards your tuition and fees.
Thank you so much for that information. I'm sure that's very helpful for our students. We want to thank our viewers for their questions, and we also have one final question for our excellent panel. So our question, we want to know, why choose UHD to finish UHD Strong?
Wow, what a loaded question. Why choose UHD to finish UHD Strong? Because here everyone here is sitting not only at this table, but everyone here at the university strongly believes in our mission of student success. We will prepare you for skills for the 21st century. Thank you.
For me, why finish at UHD? For me, it was about the resources available. I got my undergrad elsewhere, but I got my master's here at UHD, and there was a large gap from when I got my undergraduate degree to get my master's here at UHD. So for me, why UHD to finish strong? Because of the resources that we have available here at UHD.
The reason why you want to finish at UHD strong, as far as financial aid is concerned, we're going to be able to give you the most financial aid for the quality education that you're receiving. We are the most affordable four-year college in the city of Houston. And quite frankly, you can't beat that. So make that decision, finish at UHD strong, and you'll get the best quality education for your buck.
I say finish UHD strong. As Ms. Romero says, everyone here is dedicated to student success. As Mr. Lightsey said, we have great resources. The biggest resource that we have here at UHD are the people that work here. The faculty and staff are truly committed to each one of our students. We care about you as a person. We want you to succeed. We want you to thrive. You are not a number here. You are a person with a name and a story. And with that, I want to say thank you for joining in with us today. We sincerely hope that you learned several things about the College of Humanities and Social Sciences and everything that we have to offer. We look forward to seeing you walk the halls of UHD in spring 2019. Have a great day.